The damage is deep.
That poison now consider you 2 years and young Kwana, I your mom, the I more, dear. But number be and it's a bit more ye were ha. I still about 20 feeling and dining in BBR, Sunny Cloning and Master of Triangle. I thought, wow, and film you know, then, or your penny or half a uncle is secret, or a care assistant, or here Juma out into a quite Juma on a Yuraho. So many come
60 years ago, we regained our independence, and our young men and women are now fighting to go to the land of the colonizers. How can it be?
The most endangered species on earth is the black man, followed by the black woman right above them. The Bretton Woods institutions, IMF, World Bank, their sheer survival is based on the failures of developing nations. They will never put in place a policy to benefit African nations.
Africa a problem in Yesika. Problem here, you need to say, well, we are seeing a team like possible in Session. And a quiet was a fast war. The young can see a timidity who can meet him 1 million amount of Shannon, who don't know any.
When we appear at the United Nations, we can vote all we want, but a single European country can veto all our votes and neutralize us, and we cannot feed ourselves because there is a war in Ukraine. What has happened to us?
You were weak government structures. And in a normal way, individuals in a bit my government knows why they. Oh yeah. The government also follow format to be and yet and nuntina who say no man that, but the country itself and the citizens they are not poor. Will be a person sorry be a bit mania. And that is a fact. Opa market from Sunday market to Techimai. Now opa pick 1,000 traders. They be so more figures on Benyachero. They be so more cow more dear. Investors say this cabin goes will be on for machine. Be break grand nekabia. And so much timia yes, Jumano is dying. Ashomoma school, Bobra Afa Nkofo Juma. That's so bit me way. Now you have them in thousands. I don't know catch they say yeah poor. So oba a dear now bet my ensure na bet my tongue. So blog na bet my aton. Ntade na bet my aya pe baby. They has one who your way and say sebi here our baby our person oton. Na wo sha se kakra na wo te economy na wo ye wo mu na say. But no kro wo ni say bibia wo de be so ani so krom ya bi and say wadwen mu ye clear na obi mfa visa medada obi mfa friends e pa da bi mfi yesu ademu ye de anye pa da bi no so de bi hu say abonsam na ye obi anye na wadwen da ho na betimi ateto no ma ye no. It's just a matter of time. The odi so ani so bia na ye krom no in the middle of the so-called economic complications I can still tell you say nipa na was so pay American visa no who be said $20,000 obenya na wo bia here no de okonya $20,000.
You don't see anyone that doesn't look like you and I going to sell bad policies to African nations. They're sending you, my daughter, and my son over here, and they're training you to go and push these bad policies that are detrimental to the development of African nations. They're the ones that are now being used as instruments of our own self-destruction.
And so much me convince and crofo nyina me atiase until obi business or how transfer kwa abrochira bo bi atuana because every man dollars. It's ignorance.
When I'm in Nairobi, Kenya, or in Kampala, Uganda, when I go to a supermarket, there is no supermarket that is our own. I buy from Carrefour, which is French. And when I want to move, I move in Uber, which is American, or Bolt, which is Estonian. And when I want it to be delivered to my house, it is delivered to me by Glovo, which is Spanish. And when I want my house to be guarded, it is by Gardawald, which is Canadian. What has happened to us?
Before the before the moon and crofon don't want to drink with yes, I'm telling you. And Fahom so I could school. It's a matter of former school crown, Eddie Dempsey, Uncle B. Ghana for send a table which almost Ghana or doing so when you papa, or Mama school. So me a doctor, me a lawyer, no America, me ye Juma, me give one figures. As one called Juma was me in Ukraine, lack of financial education.
When we get to that point, when we understand that we are part of somebody else's experiment that is one over and over and over, they continue. When are we going to wake up and say this insanity, like Albert Einstein said, doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result? When is the insanity going to end? When are we going to say enough is enough, stupidity no more?
Or you say worth is salary. Unim to a lawyer or a doctor. Unim say he's very far from worth. Just happens to have a good salary. That's all. And he doesn't even understand the system that he lives in. Unim or not about also a doctor or England or just 50,000 pounds a year. To just what that be in a free human. Be in a financial freedom different. And the essence of wealth is to give you freedom. And the wealthy, nobody pays them. There's no wealthy man that is dependent on anybody to pay them. So salary is not in the category of wealth.
We know what the World Trade Organization is doing. Switzerland, a country that doesn't have a single acre of cocoa, it is the largest producer of cocoa products.
Yeah.
Swiss coffee, Swiss chocolate, Swiss. You go hotels all over Africa. Swiss this, Swiss. It's our chocolate right here from Ghana.
It's true.
Why aren't we challenging them? World Trade Organization is giving it a blind eye. They know it. Look at the teas and coffees out of East Africa. The best.
The best.
They go to Europe, they're renamed. Are you with me?
Yeah.
We know it's happening. Why aren't they go to WTO and say, enough is enough, stop this BS?
And wealth is not built on salary. Wealth is a system. And that system that they have created, we are not part of it. So that's not the system that we are talking of. We're talking of the system that we have access to.
When we get to that point, when we are armed with facts and we are empowered and we can stand up and say enough is enough. Now that's when Africa is going to discover her voice. That's when Africa is going to begin to change.
The basic financial skill and the focus, determination is a mayor manaye. Na wo jai science na Ghana yeti na Ghana de na wa brochi lan careful. Science no me okay ka bia mnim se wodi nkuku. Wo yi science na film. Na wa dwe se me na wo se me ye adwuma we. Enko ya anya bonsam. Na wo jai aban na temdidie. O se aban ne ye ne de otimi ka bi. But men ka se wo de na aban ne nye nti baby yes no. Enye no kore. O de opa ko Scotland se ya na ko England ne ko bisa British fo a wo mobra. Because na aban ne nye Tino mobra. What that die baby mine, what the normal baby gu and titienim, and then normal one no de factory no no ahye de ye no ye ni bi. And so say ye ti se wono na ye nkrofo na wotete wo no mo die ni mo no pushi ye. Na ye di akire. Nti wo so wotra Ghana wo nye ye so kwa brochire, wakotra brochire so wa ye adwuma 30 years. Financial freedom. He doesn't even understand it. Oh, me call Yale, me call Harvard. Okay, uko Yale, uko Harvard, no problem. Where do you work? I work on the Wall Street. Yes. When they fire you, for how many months can you stay without that job? So that Yale education is nothing. We'll say, oh, when you go to your we get exposure. Which exposure? As if say, exposure. And do exposure financial education, financial freedom is a priority. Or exposure, if you cannot live without salary, you don't have any exposure. Forget it. Your exposure should bring you financial freedom, where you don't have to beg somebody to eat. That one they won't tell you because they want to enslave us. You cannot enslave somebody who has financial freedom because he doesn't need your job.